Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. I've zoomed you right out and you can see a few little bits of my desk storage and stuff over there. I'd rather you not see. That's because I've got this massive thing that I am so excited about. I have been ledger stalking on eBay for a couple of years now and never managed to get one, but I did. So here it is. It's enormous, absolutely enormous. Let me give you the measurements. So it is 15.5 inches tall, which is 39.5 centimeters, and the width of this is 11.5 inches, about 29 centimeters. It's massive, and it is 2.5 inches deep, which is at 6 centimeters. Love it. Nearly every page is written in, and it's from 1856. I'm going to take the bubble wrap off now. Da, da, da. So I spied this about last Wednesday, I think, on eBay. I had a couple of watchers but no bids, as often is the case, and it ended at like 7:36 in the morning on Friday. So I set my alarm. That, you know, that's quite a strange time for it to end, but I managed to get it with nobody else bidding against me, so I got it for the list price. So I was very excited and very lucky for that. So yeah, I'm just going to give you a few little flick throughs, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan some of the pages and I'll put them as freebies, and I will make some things with it, maybe some tags and some pockets and things, so you can use them. So I have a little mini ledger kit. Now it is a little bit dusty. When I first opened it downstairs, it was like, oh, it doesn't smell and it's not dusty, but now I'm sitting down with it, my nose is a little bit nearer to it, and it is a little bit dusty, but you know, that's okay. I love these. I might scan these as well for you. There's a little bit of water damage. It does stop towards the end, but I don't mind that. Absolutely love these letters. So I'm not going to be able to scan those, I don't think. So what I might do is sort of take a photograph of those. So I thought they would make nice little elements as well. So yeah, so right at the beginning, so these are all the lists of, I guess, whoever they were dealing with, whoever this belongs to. Look how beautiful that handwriting is. Now some ledgers that I've seen don't have beautiful handwriting, and it's like, well, I don't want them. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted something with beautiful handwriting and written on. So I've got two ledgers, much thinner. I think they're about an inch, that I got in my local charity shop, and they were completely blank, but from a similar age, might be a little bit younger. I think they were 1899 or something, and to 1901 or something like that, the ones I got. So yeah, there's not much written on some of these, but I say that's just the index of the people, and then we get into all this gorgeousness. It's just super, just absolutely super. Now when I first read the description, I thought every single page was written on, but it's not. There are a few blank pages, but not many, and there are some missing pages right at the end. But I've still got well, there's 570 or something pages that are numbered in it, and I think there's about 100 missing. So that's really only sort of 50 pages if you count this as a page. But yeah, I'm very pleased with it. This will probably, I got really excited. I'm in a little some crafty friends of ours and me, we're all in a little WhatsApp group together, and I was just like, look, and I was just so excited to sort of tell them about it. And as one of them said, she said, well, you've got so many pages now, Jez, you'll be able to use them and not hoard them. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. And what I love, can you see the colours are different? So that's a more bluey tinge, and that's like a white tinge, which I don't know if that is how it's made, because they're not all, oh, they are all like that. Blue on that side, white on that side. I thought it was a sign of it being left in the sun, but no, it's not. And as you can see, there are some plain pages. I like that. That's really nice. And like, these are both white tinge. So they're just brilliant. So yeah, such lovely, lovely handwriting. Can't read it, but it's beautiful. So I can't read writing like that at all. But yeah, really, really lovely. Really, just how scrummy and delicious. Petty cash. I can read that. I can read that bit. Now what I like is if we flip further on towards the back of the book. Oh, they're just going to be so nice. And what's nice, when you've got some like that, we've got writing on this side and it's blank on that side. So if that went in a journal, so what I'd probably do is have that as 2 separate pages. You've got journaling writing on the back and then just yumminess on the other side. I'm just so pleased. I'd have paid twice as much than I did for this because it is so gorgeous. Thing is though, on eBay you never quite know what you're getting, and this could have stank to high heaven and been usable. And as you can see, that stain's gone that was at the beginning. So there's a fair few sort of pages here that are blank, which is absolutely fine. But what I love, let's flick towards the end. There we are. There's the end bit. This is what I'm really excited about. Look at these. So this is bigger than my scanner bed. Like, what's that? That's a bit of A4. So, you know, I can scan it in 2 halves, or I can scan a bit like that, and you'd lose some of it. But I still don't think that's bad. But that is bigger than my scanner bed. But then these last couple of 100 pages that I've got, they're split like this, so that's just perfect to go on an A4 scan. So I've got four scans there, which is brilliant. I love that. Very excited about that. So yeah, so we've got quite a few. Some are filled in more than others, and there'll be just lovely backgrounds for tags, you know, if I do digitalize them. And then I've got some that are plain. They're useful. And yeah, so I was so excited. Probably more excited than really is kind of sane. But yeah, love them. So yeah, that is, I can't tell you. Ed thinks I'm bonkers, but then there's nothing new there. But yeah, and then we come to the bit where, so yeah, loads. And then we got the bit where we've lost some. So from 467 up to 564, they've cut some pages out. So yeah, disappointing, but you know, I'm not too greedy. I've got loads. Oodles and oodles and loads. So, you know, mustn't grumble, that's what we say. So yeah, that's what we say in our house anyway. I think that's, I don't know, it comes from something. I don't know if it was Monty Python or something. Mustn't grumble was from some film or show. So what I'm going to do is find the centre of a signature, and there'll probably be people going, how can you cut that up? Well, that's what I bought it for. That's how I can do it, because no, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use a pointy pair of scissors. I bought it for this reason. There we go. So, and I'm going to pass it on to you as a freebie. So there we go. Gosh, I've just looked up. I've had 10 minutes of gushing over this. I do hope you've speeded me up. There we go. I'm going to pull the whole signature out because these are the pages that I really want to scan. Coming out so easily. I think this is the last one because that'll be stuck in. Yeah, so now that one's stuck in. So let's close you up. It's like a suede cover. It's all a bit rotten, and the spine, whatever was on the spine, has come off there. But that's not what we're interested in. We're interested in what's on the inside, so won't be losing sleep over that. So yeah, so I've got these pages. 1957. That's 1958. I don't know what's the last one. I said 19, it's 18. 1860, that's the last entry there on this. I wish I could read these things. I can read goods to, or something charges, goods. Yeah, just marvellous. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. So I'm going to scan that so that I've got all of that, and then I can scan that half, and we've got all of that. So I'll be able to get quite a lot of them. I'll do some plain ones as well. So we've got the bluey tinged ones and the non-bluey tinged ones, although sometimes the colour, I don't know what it does on me scanner, it sometimes changes it. When it's a really light one, it sometimes just comes out as if it's a black and white piece of paper. So we'll see if they manage to come out well enough. But they are gorgeous. So, and I am going to be making some swaps for the Rach and Bella craft retreat, and I said to the group, you know, that those that are coming to the retreat, you just might have a bit of this scrummy ledger featuring in your swap. So give me a minute. It'll be longer than that, but it'll be seconds for you. I'm going to get them scanned, and I might get some of the bigger pages as well. Okay, so they're all scanned, and I'm going to show you what I've done. So I took this lot down to my computer, and I didn't scan every page. I just picked different ones that I wanted to have a go at scanning. So these can now go in my pile to be used. So I found a setting on my scanner I hadn't noticed before, and it asked me whether or not I'm doing a document or a photo, and I've been doing it on documents because these are documents, and that's, I think, why I've been getting some quite washed out results. And I suddenly thought, oh, I wonder what it looks like if I change it to photo. I changed it to photo and I got some great results. So there's a load of documents that I got that I'd bought from eBay that I've already scanned, and they're all rubbish. So it looks like I'm scanning them again. So this is sort of a half page done, and this is printed. I did lose a bit on the top, which bit I couldn't be bothered to do it again. And this is printed as is. It doesn't fill the page, but I have done some that I've filled the page. So that is kind of as is, with no fiddling. Then this is the sort of more bluer page. Did a little bit better there with that. Trouble is with the scanner, you put it like, you know, it's got that little ridge, and it takes the edge off when you put it to that ridge. But if you don't put it to that ridge, you might not get it straight. So it's so yeah, I may well do some scans again, but I'm quite happy with them, to be fair. We're all around the place, aren't we? So this was one that, you know, I had lots of gaps at the back, so I thought this is good for backing things. And this is a portrait one. Thought they're quite useful. I do fancy doing one of those Long Tall Sally ones, but I haven't got around to that yet. Now this one I made a little bit bluer. I quite like that. is if I got yes, the same as that one. So you can see this is the same page. I just made this one a bit bluer than that one, and yeah, quite like it. Quite like the blue version. Now this is what happens when I tell it to fill the page. So you completely lose the top. But I thought this was quite cool. So I thought if that was stuck together, that's a nice back of a tag or a journaling card for writing on. And that's a cool front. That's one thought. Oh, it could just be a page. It's fine as a page. So that's another one. So this is what happens when I tell my printer, fill the page and print borderless. This is what you get. So quite like them. So then I did, oh no, there's another one under there, another one under there. Oh, that's another blue one. Yeah, at full doodad. So then we've got, these all need coffee dyeing, so I will be taking another break and doing a bit of coffee dyeing. So this is the fly sheet, and I did mend it. I'm bending down, might see my voice go. So I lightened it a bit. I did do one this dark, but I haven't printed it. And as you can see, this had a little fault all the way down there. I mended it. It's gone. So yeah, so I lightened it because I felt it was a bit dark. But I do have a dark version. And then I changed it to be a little bit orangey. Quite liked that. Thought that was quite vintage. And then I went a little bit pinky. Really liked that. Thought that would go well with my Rach and Bella multimedia kit. They both will, actually. They probably all will, to be fair. There we go. Mixed media, not multimedia. Oh, there's the darker one. Oh, I did print it. There's the darker one. It changed its colour a little bit, but yeah. So yeah, I do like that. I think I did do it even grungier, but yeah. And there we got a blue one. Really like the blue one. I think they go nice with the blue pages. Oh, I seem to have another blue page. Can't remember why. But yeah. So, oh, and there's another blue page that I did. Oh, I know, because I printed one and then I told it to print the whole lot. So I got it twice. So that is those pages. And then I had a little bit of a play and thought, let's then I did it both sides on this one. This was just on copier paper, just to see what it looked like. And that's a bit grungier. Let's just do a compare. I decided in the end I preferred it, that I didn't need to grungier it up. I sort of changed the colour and made it sort of grungier. So there is the choice of having it a little bit darker. I like options. Who doesn't like options? So then I decided, yeah, let's make some ephemera. So I've done 3 tags in those fly sheets. I've done 3 tags in ledger paper of the 3 different sort of colours I sort of created. And then I shrunk them. I printed them 2 to a page, didn't shrink them at all. I did them 2 to a page, like so. Although now, because I've been doing quite a bit of fiddling with my Photoshop, I now think I could do this on my Photoshop quite easily. So quite happy about that. I kind of got it in my mind what I'm doing to make it easy. So these, I made this one, took me ages, and then all the others it took me about 30 seconds. Well, I exaggerate, maybe a minute to do them. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that. Once it was set up, I was away. And then I did some journaling cards and some pockets, Jez. The word's pockets. Sorry, brain went blum. I had a lot going on, so my brain's a bit frazzled. Had a very stressful day yesterday. So yeah, so these are the ones that you tuck under and do Durham, put them under, and you've got to guess it. Yeah, I need to make some more pockets with different shapes, so I might do those, so I can give you some different shapes. And then I did 2 styles of envelopes. So I did an envelope first with just covering that bit, and then I did, because I couldn't cover the whole lot because the tab would be upside down. So then I did a second one, and I just turned the top bit round the other way to get the flap, and then added a bit to that. It doesn't match there because I did it. And I can't do it, so that's all there is to it. And I just printed a bit on the other page, and this is what they look like, because I had to print them off and have a go, and this is what they look like, you know, done. Nice bit of ledger in there. They make cute envelopes. I did this, I didn't do the 2 different ones. I did 2 to a page of these. But I quite like that. I think they're cute. So that is what I've made. So what I'm going to do now is tea dye the backs of these. Tea dye the backs of these to see what they come out like. Yeah, I mean, I've designed, my idea is to create these things that they're just like a blank canvas, even though they're not blank, but you know what I mean, that you can just do your own thing with, as opposed to creating something with lots of things on. I just thought you can put your own sort of stamp on it. So I'm going to tea dye the back. I was going to print the back with other bits of ledger and that, but I'm thinking I'm just going to tea dye. I've got some tea, and I've got some avocado actually that kind of needs using up, so I'm going to do that. I'm probably not going to bother with this one because this is just 120 GSM, because that's all you need for the pocket, and I'll mount these on something else, so I won't be doing them, and I won't be doing the one that's already double-sided like that one. That doesn't need it. But yeah, I'm gonna tea dye these, and then we'll come back. Don't need to tea dye that one, Jez. And see what we got. Cut them out. Have a look at them. Okay. So I have tea dyed them. I did use some avocado dye as well, because I had some of that left over. Now I probably left them a little bit too long, and it's sunk in a little bit much. I like it when I get this effect on, you know, the side that I've dyed, but it does give you a little green effect on the other side. Now I don't mind that, and I probably need to flatten it for a bit longer. It's been flattened overnight, but I don't think my books are heavy enough. So yeah, so that's that one, and then that's the same sheet where I didn't tell my printer to fill the page, but I don't, and I'd probably go for this one. I don't mind that the pages will be a little bit shorter. I think that's okay. Then this one is that way up. Again, we've got that lovely pattern coming through on the other side, which I really like, that effect. Oh yeah, I had 2 of those, didn't I? So oh, these are all wrong way around. So this is going to be a nice journaling page there. It hasn't gone through quite so much on this one. This one's tea, and that is again tea. I think the avocado probably because I put much more of it on, but I really like the way these pages have turned out. So this is 120 GSM I've used. The paper I've used on these, so they're nice background sheets, and they would fit in any journal as well. And these are the ones, so those ones are yeah, quite flat, a bit bouncy, but I like that. And these ones again, because this is 200 GSM card, you don't get that sink through quite so much, so these sort of like held the colour a bit. There's a little bit that it's sunk in a bit there. I like that. It gives it a good I think a good effect on the page, adds a little bit of more interest. And then I did these littler ones as well. Now I didn't tea dye these ones because I am currently making 4 journals, and I thought these would be nice stuck on the inside of the cover, you know, so there's like an actual book fly sheet. So I thought I won't, there's no point in dyeing the back of those, and I think they'd stick better if they're not tea dyed on the other side. So yeah, so I've left these as is. And then last night I had another little play. I've learnt a new skill in Photoshop, so I had a little play, and I created some more bits of ephemera, a new tag shape that I created. I made this sort of freehand. Well, I just sort of cut it, yeah, and made this out of them, and then I made some tabs. Now I thought when I'd made them, I thought, because it's hard to see on a screen what the actual size is, and I think they're quite big, those tabs, so I've shrunk them to make them a bit smaller. So we've got sort of different sizes here, and some specimen slides. Now I've got to cut them out to see if they work. They should work, but I need to cut them out. And you might notice that I put a little line around these because I realised that my scan and cut might have difficulty, particularly with these ones, because there's gaps here and it will not see a line there. So I really need to go back in and add a line round this. So if you're using cutting machines, you need a line. There's no line round this one because just the way I created it, it wasn't a neat line, and it had it sort of went weird. So that one hasn't got a line round. And yeah, but if you're hand cutting, I wasn't sure if that was a little bit too dark, so I'm not sure. I was just playing, I'm just learning, and that was the best I could do. And I didn't bother putting a line round here. It wouldn't do it around these, it won't do it around the blue ones, and it is quite a lot of extra time, and I just decided not to. That's all there is to it. And then we're back to the envelopes and pockets and things that I'd already done. So I'm gonna cut I'm gonna cut out these specimens, and I'll cut out some tabs, and the tags. I was right, tags. So I'm going to cut some of them out, and then I might put something together and show how they can be used with other things. Okay, so I have been busy doing lots of cutting out, and here they are all ready so that I can sort of show you. So I've got a pocket to show you, the envelope, I've got lots of tags. These ones weren't backed, but I have backed one. These have been tea dyed, and these big ones are, I think these are quite big, these big ones, but sometimes it's nice to have a big tag, isn't it? That's the one I've backed. Just backed it onto an envelope I received some stuff in, so it's just an envelope, so I just cut off all the address and everything and just kept the paper. Quite like the colour of that. Makes a difference to brown paper packaging, tied up with string. Those are the ones I did before, and this is how my specimen slide has turned out. So I'm going to show you quickly a whistle stop tour of doing these things. I might deal with the envelope and pocket first because they're quite quick. So I didn't back the pocket on anything because it doesn't really need it. So I mean, these were all handmade and then scanned and used within Photoshop, so they aren't necessarily 100% perfect, but as I say, I'm learning. So I've kind of put my ruler along where there is a little faint line there, and I'm just going to fold it up, and that is the top that's going to be stuck down. I'm going to bring a mat so I can kind of sort out any mistakes that I might have. So I'm going to put that kind of straight there and see if we've got a straight line. It's straight-ish. I do like an ish, but I will try and sort of be accurate. It's a junk journal. I never sort of worry too much about accuracy with a junk journal. Now that line's there. That's about straight actually. I don't think I've done that badly. There. It's then getting the side ones. You want to kind of make sure your sides are straight. So I can see the line. I'll put that straight along a line there. That is pretty straight there, Jez. But you can at this stage kind of make it a bit better so that you've got a nice sort of straight edge. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just going to move over slightly so that that line's down there. Yeah, quite happy with that. I'm not happy with the fact that I've just done this the wrong way around. We'll try it this way. I would prefer to fold up the other way, but we'll just do that. So now should be able to fold those back on themselves, and we should have ourselves a nice rectangular pocket. Yeah, quite happy there. Work for me. So all I'm doing is I'm going to glue that down. Got my collar. Now my friend Ronnie, I think it must have been in a recent video when I mentioned that I buy my collar in a litre bottle for about £20. And she was like, where did you get it, Jez? Because she just paid that for a much smaller bottle. And well, just the lovely Amazon, the home of everything you could possibly want, and also things that you've not even thought you wanted or needed. So, and I went to look to link it for her, and at the moment it's £17. That's an utter bargain. So I will try and remember to link it down below. I haven't set up an affiliate link. I won't get any money from it unless by the time this goes I have. So that's my pocket, and then I will just ink round the edges. So if the line isn't exactly, you know, that I put in the digital isn't exactly where you want it, it doesn't matter, because you're going to ink it now, and that will make everything right. So that's now a pocket ready for a page. And if we just grab one of them, goes in there nicely. So, and then you can decorate with whatever it is you like. So that's that one done. And then the envelope, now I've already made up one like that, so I'm just going to make this one up. Again, the sort of the line setting, it should be pretty all right. As I say, I physically made the envelopes before I then converted them to be able to be used as a template in Photoshop. So they were made first, so I knew that they worked. But, you know, I then sort of cut it out and things. So there might be just slight errors. That should now fold up. And then we'll do these. So now you could go on the other side and sort of ignore the lines and go up where this edge is, which is what I'm doing. So I just fold that up there so that that will then fold in, and that should be there quite nicely. Did you see what I did then? So what I've done here is this edge here I've sort of lined up on my mat, so that's all straight, and I've put my ruler along the edge of this bit because you want it to fold so that it's in line with that. I think when I did my prototypes I went with the line that's sort of printed, and it was slightly out, and I had to sort of trim a bit, but that is fitted much better, and there's no trimming required. So that's the way to do it, as Punch said to Judy. There we go. And then you can just do a bit of inking, get rid of the sort of white edges a bit, and that's lovely. That's super. And what you might find there, as you fold down, you might find a little bit there on the sides wanting to fold down. Well, then just trim it. Just trim it a tad. Just going to trim both sides a tad. Technical term there, tad. And then they'll be like that. So just give that a bit of an ink, and then we want to ink this envelope top. So when I made it, this was just freehand cut this to create that shape, which I really like. It's kind of similar to, I've got some actual letters from sort of 1800s and, you know, Victorian era, and they did have these fancy shaped things. It kind of went to a little bit more of a point actually. So yeah, so then all I do is go in there, eyeball, I'm going to go line down that side and a line down this side, off screen, soz. So line down, got string there, line down there, and a line down the outside there. So that will now close up. So, and this is actual, so I made the envelope out of tea dyed paper, which is why you've got that effect on it, because it was actually me tea dyeing paper that gave you that. So that folds over, so we've got that bit there on the front, and then on the back it just looks like an old envelope, in contrast to the one where I've printed on the back, and this one I printed a ledger sheet on the inside, and this one I've done plain ledger on the inside. So that's my envelopes. So they're cool. I made these slightly smaller, it would seem. So that needed to be put together. So now we've got, let me show you how I did the tabs. So the tabs, so I cut them down there and easily cut out top and bottom, and then I have, again, I use my grid mat so we get a little bit straight, go down there. So you've got the crease on the middle, and we just fold up like that, so that we can fold it in half, and then you can just follow the line, and then you know that the back will match the front. So if we just go round there and then round front matches the back. That's how I got them to match. And that's how they're done. And then you can ink them, and then any mistakes are washed away. So that's the tabs all ready to go on something. And then the specimen slides, which are complete there with a little leaf. I'll show you how I did those. So you've got your specimen slide. I think I did it on a trimmer. I just did the top, bottom and sides, and then like we did with that, I used my ruler to bend it up, folded it over, and then I just took my corner rounder to round the corners, so we got the nicely rounded corners. And then we're left with these squares to come out. Now on this one I used my knife. It wasn't brilliant. This one I used my scissors. Still not that brilliant, but I did find the using of the scissors was easiest. Now what I did was I used a combo of knife and scissors, so I kind of went corner to corner and put my ruler corner to corner. And I did think afterwards, oh, missed that, because my brain went to think that it might have been quite nice to create some of these without the hole on one side. So I might do that. Right, that's not cut all the way through, Jez. Didn't push very hard. So we'll try again. That's it. That's gone through. I say we're not after perfection, it's a junk journal. There we go. So now we've got these like so, and then we can close that before I do some major damage. Let's get under there, and we can fold that. Dun, dun. And then I can just come in with my longer scissors and just slice that off. There we go. Same with that one. Just fold it up. I'll go around and fold them all up now for a time saver. If you don't actually move it, Jez, try leaning on the ruler and then it won't move so much. Right, that one just there. Now it'll come up. And then we should be able to getting as close as I possibly can to the edge. And you are going to ink, so that will cover up any misses. There we go. And you can go and neaten, so that needs a bit of neatening there. So we'll go back in. Now I'm just going to, I don't know if you see, a tiny bit of white on those bits, but I'll come in with a bit of ink. It's no drama. They've gone. I might take that bit off though. That's a bit bigger than a sliver. So that's how we do that. So then we're left with that. And then what I did is, this is some cellophane packaging. So things you buy come in cellophane packaging. And I thought, oh, that would be good, sandwiched in there. That'll work. So I just cut some down for my slide. Sort of used it as a measurer. I've got it not right up to the crease. And then put it slightly not to the edge, because you want it slightly smaller. There we go. Get loads out of that sheet. So then looking, that's fine, but I do need to cut the corners off a bit because the corners are curved. So I'm just going to slice them off like so. There we go. It's hard to see now because it's clear cellophane. I might cut a tad off there. Yeah, that's well cool. Right, so we got that. I used art glitter for this. It dries clear. There was a little bit that oozed. It dried clear, so that's fine. So go in around the edge. Like so. And take one side of my cellophane. Stick it down. Like so. There's a little bit of oozing coming out of those corners, but that will disappear. So I'm not bothered. Not bothered in the least. I'm going to just lift that ever so slightly and just do a strip underneath there. Hold that in place. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Stick that down. Now you can use laminating. I've done that before. I've made specimen slides where I've laminated leaves. That's oozed a lot. So I'm just gonna dab some of that away, because that was more than I was happy with. But not everybody's got a laminator, but I'm sure we can all get hold of a bit of cellophane, because we all buy stuff. There we go. So that's that, and then we want to put something in it. Now I have these die cut leaves, no idea where they came from. Found them in my stash, been there for a very long time. So I'm just gonna take a leaf. They are printed on both sides, which is handy. Now that's quite a big leaf, so I'm not going to get it all in, Jez. You're not going to get it all in, Jez. I know I heard you the first time, but I'm not sure that it matters. Don't matter, Jez. Right, and I did put a little bit on the leaf to stick it down, and did I? I'm trying to remember now, because I've actually had several sleeps since then. But because this is oh, before I did that, I did ink it, because it's got a white core. I went away for the bank holiday weekend, so yeah, I've had a break. So yeah, did forget a little bit of the things that I did. So I've just put a little dot at the top and at the bottom, so that we're going to put this in there like so. And I've done a video on reverse printing. I did it, one of my Christmas ones, I did it with Tracy Fox's Little Birds, and so that you can create a double-sided thing. And you can see there where it's seeped over a bit on the leaf, but that will dry clear, so it's not really anything to worry about. I am just pushing the glue down a bit towards the edge, like so. And now I'm just going to glue it together. And put my glue around the edges, but no more on the leaf. And that should now, there we go, fold over, and we have our specimen slide done. My mirroring stopped, so I'm not sure if you can see that. There we are, all sorted out now. So there we go, they're done. You can see we've got a little bit of whiteness there, it's upside down, but I did have the same with that, and it dried and it was gone. So yeah, that's that. And then we got these tags. I'm just going to decorate one because time's getting on. So there's that one that I backed. So these ones were, I didn't print on the back of these. I thought I'd back them. These ones I tea dyed, but I just thought I'd make them a little bit sturdier. And I've been playing with making bits of clusters. I've got this from a Tracy Fox kit. Where's my strip to tell me which one it is? Family Snaps, I am sure it's called. There they are. Yeah, they're called Family Snaps. Yeah, so you get lots of pictures, and I just sat here and had a little play, and made some clusters, and I thought they would fit on top of these really nicely. So I might do a video on these, but yeah, really like them. And what I did on here is I used my smaller file folder tabs on there, which I really quite liked, and I think they go fit on there superbly. But I'm gonna put a little eyelet in. I'm gonna put my mini eyelet in because I think that'll look cool. Give it an extra wee something. If you haven't got eyelets, a little brad or something would work. Bring in a little pot of mini eyelets here. Love that one. Stick you in there. Give you a squeeze. It's not set up on the right one, Jez. I thought it was, but it wasn't. There we go. We'll have you. Yeah, I think that's right. Can't pick you up. So yeah, just a little bit of scrap busting the other day and threw these together. Yeah. Yeah, love it. I think I'm gonna try a different size. I don't think that's squashed it enough. That feels a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, liking that. Liking that. So glue you down. So as you see, just little bits of scraps I happen to have. And a little bit of lace. So you can go on there quite nicely. Nice little vintage effect there. I want a little hole reinforcer at the top, on the back. Yeah, that'll do. So I am going to switch this back to the biggest hole. So we'll stick one in there. There we go. And then we'll glue it round. Give them little tweezers. So it's nice to be crafting. So I had bank holiday weekend away, and the last 2 days I've been sat in hospital. So yeah, dying to do a little bit of crafting. My other half's not very well, so yeah. So I need to keep busy to stop worrying. So I thought I'll finish this video off. But I made these clusters whilst I wasn't feeling like talking. There we go. Super duper nice. Love it. And I want a little bit. What am I going to put in the top? I've got a little pot of lace. Don't think I want lace in it though, Jez. Oh, got that little bit of bourgeois. Yeah, I might have that. Let's cut it down. This was a skirt of mine that I have cut up and used. Yeah, like that. So put you through. And I think we'll just tie you in a knot. Flippy floppy you are. Not sure actually how I'm feeling about that. Yeah, that's all right. So that is, I was going to put an eyelet in it, that's why I kept that out, but I don't think it needs it. It's got a hole reinforcer, got an eyelet there. I could have done a little tie around there, but I didn't. So we've got that. We've got some specimen slides. We've got some more tabs for other things. We've got some envelopes that we've done. Pocket there. That could fit in quite nicely, and then we can decorate that with something, another lady maybe on the pocket. And then I've got all these that I've done nothing with. So I will pop this over on my Ko-fi site for you to download and have fun with it. I'm working on other things with these ledger papers, so they'll be coming out later. So a little sneak peek of a little folio I'm working on. Yeah, so hope you like it. I'm loving this sort of having a play with Photoshop, loving my ledger pages, and yeah, I've got lots to play with, and I'll be doing lots of things with them. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoy the freebies, and don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. Okay, bye for now.